The new UK Parliament, under a Labour government led by Prime Minister Keir Starmer, will open on July 17th. To tell us more about what this may mean for UK-China relations, we're joined by the Post's Cliff Buddle in the UK. Cliff, following the general elections there earlier this month, the Chinese Foreign Ministry in Beijing issued a statement saying it hopes it can get relations with Britain back on the right track. What does this mean?
Well, that statement suggests that currently relations are not on the right track. What we have seen in recent years is that there has been a deterioration in relations between China and the UK. What China is talking about is developing a relationship that is based on cooperation, on mutual respect, working together to resolve global problems, rather than the tensions that we have seen in recent times.
So what have been some of the major points of tension between the UK and China in recent years?
There have been multiple issues where the two countries have differed. We have seen developments in Hong Kong have attracted criticism from the UK government, the passing of a national security law in 2020, the political changes. There have been some quite angry exchanges at times between the two governments over these developments. Britain introduced a visa scheme for Hong Kong residents wishing to move to the UK, those with British national overseas passports. China was not happy about that, so that has been another point of difference between them. And also the geopolitical environment that we're experiencing at the moment. The UK, a close ally of Washington, that too has a bearing on UK's relationship with China.
So going into the elections, what has the Labour Party said about how it would approach its relations with China?
It has said that it wants a strong, clear-eyed policy on China. And it's talked about cooperating at times, competing where necessary, challenging where it has to. This sounds very similar, actually, to what the outgoing Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was doing, seeking economic ties on the one hand, but speaking out on security, human rights issues on the other. Labour, however, is keen to make the point that it intends its approach to China to be different. It felt that the Conservatives were inconsistent, flip-flopping over the years. We can go back to 2015 when Xi Jinping was welcomed in the UK. This was seen as a golden era of relations between Britain and China. Since then, we have seen that relationship deteriorate. So Labour is talking about a consistent long-term policy. And with that in mind, it intends to launch a comprehensive audit of the relationship. This is being planned as we speak. It's expected to be launched in the coming months. And it will be very interesting to see what the outcome of that review reveals.
As you mentioned earlier, a point of friction with China has been the decision by the Tory government to allow Hong Kongers to settle in the UK. Now, will the Labour government continue this policy?
It didn't say so specifically in its manifesto, but the understanding is that it will. There's no suggestion at all that this scheme is at risk under a Labour government. What the Labour Party did say in its manifesto is that it will stand with and support Hong Kong residents who have moved to the UK. So it's unlikely that we will see any change to that policy.
And finally, with US elections a few months away, how much will its outcome affect UK-China relations?
If Biden stands and wins, I wouldn't expect there to be too much change. If Donald Trump wins, then it becomes more unpredictable. We're not entirely sure what he will do. There's certainly suggestions that he will take a tougher line on China, certainly as far as trade is concerned. David Lammy, the new Foreign Secretary, has in the past made some very unflattering comments about Donald Trump. More recently, he has been seeking to move away from that position, visited Washington, reached out to members of Trump's team, seeking to find an understanding. So the relationship between Britain and the US, often described as a special relationship, whoever wins that election will continue to have an impact on China-UK relations. If Donald Trump wins, then the dynamics will be very interesting indeed.
Right. Thanks so much, Cliff. For the latest in UK-China relations, please visit scmp.com.